Okay, everybody, welcome back to the DGS 2605 channel. We're back with our MLB Power Pros 2008 repeat season mode with your undefeated world champion, Toronto Blue Jays. Last time out, we absolutely cleaned up the first game in this 3-game road trip against the Red Sox, 19-0. We had that in back-to-back games, what do you know? John Danks managed to tough out and get the shutout. Complete game shutout, of course. Now it's going to be Halladay, our ace, on the mound for Toronto. So we're going against Loasia here. It's below average. Let's see what Doc's looking like. He's looking average, 2.53 ERA. So I believe Danks has the lowest ERA in our starting pitching, which is incredible for him. But what matters is the wins, right? So we're going to see what Roy Halladay can do. Last time he had, what did he do? I think he went 7 1/3 or something like that. Allowed 2 or 3 runs, and Eric Gagne came in and shut out the rest of the game. So looking at their lineup there, mostly average. Only player who is above average for both teams is Velez over there for the Red Sox. But we got to get into the game. Let's take a look. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. You're gonna play ball, play it here, play it now. Doesn't matter how you get them, you gotta win the games. The Yankees got shut out. I think the Giants beat whatever team they were playing 7-5. And so, if this was hockey, it would be an original 6. Actually, no, were the Bruins in the original 6 of hockey? It was Leafs, Habs, Blackhawks, Rangers, Red Wings. Was it the Bruins? Oh, I said the Rangers. Okay, whatever. Anyways, here's Rich Rulia. Takes strike 1. Yeah, it's got to be the Bruins anyway. So you want to talk about Toronto-Boston rivalries? You got Leafs, Bruins, Jays, Red Sox, Raptors, Celtics. And Aurelia hits that over to second base. Cito Polanco makes the catch, 1 away. Wins in our favor, a factor of 2 heading northeast towards that shallow right field wall. Circle change missed, ball 1. Fastball missed, 2-0. Sinker stayed in the zone, 2-1. Circle change way inside, 3-1. Payoff pitch to Ray Durham, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the first, game is tied. And he's going to walk on a full count. Get on base any way you can. Runner on first for the Jays. Here's Berkman, 492, 53, 127. We know what damage he can do here. Takes strike 1. Circle change in the other batter's box, 1-1. High fastball missed the top left corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one gets away from his grip. It stayed in the zone though. 2-2 to Lance Berkman. And he read that pitch inside perfectly. And that's going to be the first base hit of the day. Runners on first and second. Only 1 out. Here's AR-15. 25 homers, 76 RBIs, and in this spot, we've seen a couple 3-run home runs from him recently. Does he have another one in him? Quick 1-1 count. Hard sinker way inside and low, 2-1. Oh, and missed. I kind of blame the game speed on that one. This is going to be an interesting play here. They go for the out at first, but it's a productive out. Both runners are in scoring position for Ryan Braun. Fastball low, 1-0. And Braun pushes that the other way. He didn't get the best swing on it. JD Drew's there. He'll make the catch. That's going to be the top of the first. We got 2 base runners in scoring position. 1 hit, nothing of it. Bottom of the first coming up. Let's see what Roy can do here. Let's check the sinker. Not bad. Let's check that gem of a curve he has. Beauty. Let's check that changeup. See. Carroll here, strike 1. I just realized they have 2 Carrolls in their lineup. Anyways, nothing in 1. A mistake already on the second pitch of the game for Roy. But got him swinging on 3 pitches, so who cares? There's JD Drew. Strike 1 on the fastball. Puts that one in play. Ray Durham. Bit of a deep throw, but got him in time. 2 outs. Here's David Wright. Ooh, that was just inside it for ball 1. Strike 1 there on the cutter. And he pulled that one inside. That was going to be a ball. Here's the 1-2 now. He gets a high. That is a high hopper. Lowell. Stride. He's going to be safe on an infield hit. Lucky bounce for David Wright. He gets the first base hit of the game for Boston. Here's Paul Konerko. Strike one on the low fastball. Swung through the curve. 0-2. And he got a good piece of that one. It's going foul. He was expecting some breaking pitch there. He puts that one in play. Aurelia steps on the second base bag, and that's going to be the bottom of the first, excuse me. Both teams with one hit, nothing of it. Top of the first for the Jays. Mike Lowell is leading off in the sixth spot. Nice RBI, 69. So Halladay coming in with a low 2 ERA, and Loasia's ERA is right around 5, so it's a tale of two pitchers here. A quick 0-2 count. This is how Rich Aurelia's at bat went. Lowell fouls that one back. He'll stay alive for one more pitch, remaining at 0-2. Here it comes. Let it go inside. Sinker, 1-2. Ooh, missed the corner there. 2-2. Even count now. Hits that sinker to center field. That's going to go for a leadoff single from Michael Lowell. An 0-2 count turns into a 2-2 count. Turns into a single. Here's Luke Scott. We'll give him one power swing here against the right-handed pitcher. Wins a factor of 2, heading directly east. Keep an eye over on first base. They do it twice now. Lowell is, of course, safe. Not biting on that one. Way outside. 1-1. He read that one well. That's going to center field. They will fall for another single. Back-to-back base hits for Toronto. Coming up now is Paulo Duca. 477, 4 homers, 31 RBIs. Hits the first pitch he sees. Murphy goes back, makes the catch. Now runners are going to tag up. We have both runners in scoring position. Second inning in a row. Only one out. Here's Grandy. He's 3 RBIs away from the century mark on the season. Strike one on the circle change. 0-1. He pulls that one. That's going over to J.D. Drew. Makes the catch. We're sending them. Polanco will run it out. Curtis Granderson with the sac fly gives us a 1-run lead. Here's Rich Aurelia. Scott is over at third base. Ball 1. Strike one on the sinker. Cutter inside, 2-1. 3-1, just in case. Otherwise, we're taking it. Payoff pitch to Rich Aurelia. Runner on third, 2 outs. Jays up by 1 in the top of the second. He puts that in play. It will fall for a base hit. Rich Aurelia with a 1 RBI single. 2-0 Toronto. He comes through when we needed him there. Here's Ray Durham. Walked his first time up on a full count. Strike top right side of the zone. Hits that 0-1 pitch. That's going to left field. That'll fall for another base hit. Runners on first and second again. With no outs, here's Berkman. And Berkman hits that to deep left. Does it clear? Of course it does. Out of the park. Just shy of 450 feet. His 54th home run on the season. And this inning got out of hand for Loasia very quickly. It's now 5-0. I believe all those runs came. Like, when the second out was made, that's when our first run came across the plate on the sac fly. Here's AR-15. Change up low, 1-0. Fastball missed, 2-0. Cutter a little inside, 3-0. That fair called strike. That could have also been ball 4. 3-1. It's well in the zone. It's going to be a payoff pitch to AR-15. Jays up by 5, 2 outs. Base is empty. He pulls that one to left. Goes off the wall there. And Great Carroll's going to relay it. And Rios is there with a head first slide to get a double. Here's Braun. The inning will continue. Braun, the first pitch he sees is pulled to right. Over to first. That's going to be the third out. So now a 5-run rally. We've seen a lot of big rallies from us so far in Fenway. Bottom of the second now, it's Placido Polanco leading off. Strike one. Game is slowing down a fair bit. Hasn't slowed us down that much so far. And he's going to make that. That's going to be the second base hit of the day for Boston. Grandy is going to run this one down. That's going to be a leadoff double. Snyder. Strike one on the sinker. Oh, that was a generous call there. We'll take it. 0-2. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. Excellent rebound. There's Murphy. Strike one on the curve. He read that curve decently. AR-15 is running it down. He makes the catch. Runner retreats back to second. We're at 2 outs now. Here's Velez. High average. Strike one on the fastball. Hit off the skinny part of the bat. Ray Durham to Lance Berkman. That'll end the inning. So they leave a runner in scoring position there. They're 0 for 2. Top of the third coming up. And Mike Lowell leading off another inning. We almost bat through the lineup the last time up. They're keeping Loasia in the game. He's getting tired. Lowell already with a hit in the game. Has a single. He's gassed after 1 pitch in this at-bat. Strike one on the circle change there. Sinker went way high, 2-1. That one gets away from him, but Lowell hits it right to Velez, throws it to first, 1 away. They're going to take him out of there. Here comes a forget his first name, we'll listen to it. Rafael Perez. Second pitcher of the game for the Red Sox. That SIFB is a nasty pitch, man. Weighs 1-0. Strike one perfectly on that bottom right corner for the slider, so they have the left-hander in the game now. Slider missed, 2-1. And Luke Scott got above that one. That's thrown to first, 2 away. There's Loduca, 0 for 1, lined out his first time up. With the wind directly north like that, that should have been ball 1. That barely caught any of the zone. Fastball in the dirt, 1-1. SIFB missed there, 2-1. Slider way inside, 3-1. Hits that one down the line. It's going foul, but he gave that a good whack. A payoff pitch to Loduca now. 2 outs, nobody on. We're up by 5, and he walks. Huge take there, and Loduca gets himself on base. Grandy, 0 for 0 in the game, has a sac fly, 1 RBI in the game. Can he get a couple more here, maybe? Strike one. Got him reaching on that. Will Snyder get there? Yeah. Oh, what a nice jumping catch. We'll give that to him. That's going to end the top of the third. They remain 5 for 7. They're 0 for 2. Bottom of the third. Last batter in their lineup. Here's Carroll. Great Carroll. They have Jamie Carroll and Great Carroll. What a duo. Bookending the lineup. Anyways, that's going to go for a leadoff single. That's their third base hit of the game. Then on first, nobody away. Carroll went down swinging on 3 pitches his first time up. Strike one on the fastball there. That changeup was very nice. Didn't get it. 0-2. That's put in play. Caught by Durham. Back to first. Double play. Both Carrolls go down off 1 swing. There's J.D. Drew, 0 for 1 with the grounder. Strike one on the fastball there. Hits that one hard. Right at Lowell down the line. Throws it over to Berkman, and that's the 3rd out. So they a double play liner to second there. They're 0 for 3. We're 5 for 7. Top of the 4th. Top of the Jays lineup. Rich Aurelio leading off. 1 for 2 with a single in the game. Strike one on the slider. Strike 2 on the slider. Ball 1 just missed. 1-2. Fouls that back. That will be going into the stands. Looks like the 2nd row out there. 1-2 now. Laid off at that end. You know what? That was a good pitch. Can't get angry at that one. Here's Durham. 1 for 1 in the game with a single. Hits that first pitch slider. Hits it well. It's going to right field. J.D. Drew will not be able to run it down. It is right in the corner over there. Ray Durham's got himself a double. If he was a quicker runner, that maybe could have been a triple. And he knew right where he wanted to put it. JD Drew maybe was worth taking a jump at that, but guess we'll never know. There's Berkman. Runner on second, one away. We're up by 5. Strike one on that SIFB again. Now Perez has to get through the murderer's row of righties here. He's allowed. So he got it really out. And, oh, Berkman hits that hard into the ground. Konerko steps on the bag, but that gets Durham over the third. Here's AR-15. All we need is one good swing here. Strike one on the SIFB. That slider makes a 0-2 count. Pulls that inside. That's going. Oh, that was caught by the pitcher. I didn't expect him to get that one. Good for him getting that. We're 5 for 8. They're 0 for 3. It's the heart of the lineup in the bottom of the 4th. David Wright, 1 for 1 in the game so far with the single. Strike one. Fouls that one back. He pulls that curve over to Lowell. Thrown to Berkman. One away. Here's Konerko. He hits that down the right field line, and that's going to stay fair. But the narrow foul territory. Are we going to prevent a double here? It's going to be close. Got him! That base hit went nowhere. Excellent defense there. Placido Polanco, a double his last time up. So every member of the heart of the lineup has a base hit. 2 singles and a double. Strike 2 on the changeup. He puts that in play, and Placido Polanco is looking for a cycle now. Has the single and the double. Runner on first, 2 away. Here's Snyder. Ball 1 missed. Swung at that low fastball. That would have been ball 2. Count is even instead. That's going to the shallow outfield there. AR-15. We're going to throw it ahead third. He's not going to risk running. That's their 3rd base hit of the inning. Here's Murphy. Strike one on the cutter. Swung through the curve. Nothing of it. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. Roy Halladay gets out of the jam. That's what we're talking about. So they leave 2 runners on base there. They are 0 for 6 in the game now. They had 3 hits there. Nothing to show for it. Top of the 5th, it's Ryan Braun leading off. 0 for 2. Perez is getting tired. And Braun missed the sweet spot on that one. It's going to left field. And now Braun is 0 for 3 in the game. On away, here's Lowell. With the wind favoring that direction. Yeah, I thought, okay, let's wait for him to get tired, but you can't pass an opportunity like that, and that one went out of the park as well. 6-0 now for the Jays. 2nd home run of the day for us. Lowell with a solo shot. 29th home run on the season. 70th RBI on the season as he comes across the plate. There's a bit of insurance there. 6-0. Here's Scott. Keeping Perez there. Guess for that lefty-lefty matchup, you never know what can happen. 1-0. Strike one on the SIFB. Two and one on the slider. And that was a mistake. That's going to center field. Will it be deep enough for a solo shot? No, it won't. It's off the wall. But Scott there is going to have himself a 1-out double. And off a weak pitch, that's a easy base hit right there for him. That made it pretty high up the wall up there. They're going to take Perez out of there. In comes pitcher number 3 for Boston, Newman. Loduca, and Newman, despite his high ERA, he's motivated. Loduca hits the first pitch he sees. It looks to be, it is past JD Drew. That's going to be an easy score for Luke Scott. RBI double for Paulo Duca. And it's a touchdown to nothing for Toronto. Here's Grandy. Strike one on the curve. 0-1. Ball one on the curve. 1-1. That one's put softly in front of the mound. Where's he going with it? He goes to third. But that fielder's choice may backfire as Grandy gets to base. No outs there, so it's a runner on the corners. Only 1 out. Rich Aurelia with the win, favoring his side of the plate. 1-0. Aurelia hits that through the infield, and they were pulled in. They can't make a play on it. And Rich Aurelia has an RBI single now. Well, he has two, actually. 8-0. Here's Durham. Takes strike one on the curve. 0-1. And he read that one well. That's going to center field. It is caught, though, by Murphy. That's the second out. Here's Berkman. Already a 3-run bomb in the game. Strike one on the changeup, and this is another left-handed pitcher. Has to get through Murderer's Row. Berkman pushes that. That's going to be over the head of J.D. Drew. It made it. That shallow wall, that's why it matters there. Berkman pushes that one. He's hit a home run out of the park past the Green Monster. And he got a wall scraper there. He now has 6 RBIs in the game. 11-0 Toronto. Let's check that ERA. Oh, it's almost at 25 now. Here's AR-15. Strike one on the curve. 0-1. Fastball just missed. 1-1. Ooh, that curve just missed as well. A little too high. 2-1. That curve made its way into the zone. Count is even. 2-2 now to Alex Rios. He read that curve well, but it was jammed. He's going to Murphy in center, and he makes the easy catch. So more damage was done. A 6-run rally for the Jays that time. We're 11 for 13. Red Sox are 0 for 6. 8-9-1 part of the lineup. So the second trip through the lineup is guaranteed by the end of this inning. Fastball just missed. 1-0. Strike one on the fastball there. Swung through the curve. 1-2. Pulls that over. Berkman steps on the bag. 1 away. Here's Carroll. 1 for 1 with a single. Great Carroll. Strike one. I also like how they're both named Carroll, and their skin tones are like the exact polar opposites of each other. I think that's funny. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. Doc's pitching so far is no laughing matter. He is dialed in. He is focused. Jamie Carroll leading off here for the 3rd trip through their lineup. It's the cutter. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Halladay. That brings us to the top of the 6th. Red Sox went 3 up and 3 down. I think that's the first time that's happened in the game for them. Top of the 6th, it's going to be Ryan Braun leading off 0 for 4. I mean, it's Braun. We always got to try and power swing with him, but he's still looking for his first base hit. He's at least put the bat on the ball every time he's been up. Read that curve well. That's hit hard. A dive by Kornerko. He runs it out. Ryan Braun is now 0 for 4 in the game. Here's Lowell, looking for a cycle. He has the home run and the single. You realize Lowell playing his former team here, the Red Sox. He takes strike one. And he pulls that one way in. Newman is waiting for it. Lowell got to first base, but the catch was made. 2 away now. And here's Scott, someone else looking for a double. Excuse me, a cycle. He has the single and the double. He needs the triple and the home run. That should have been strike 2. That was a BS call against the pitching. I will fully admit that. Scott hits that to center field. It will fall for a base hit. He's now, 3 for 4 in the game. That's going to bring up Paulo Duca. 1 for 2 with a double. RBI double at that. Newman's getting tired. Fastball missed. 1-0. Fastball on the right side of the plate. 1-1. They're keeping an eye over on first base. And that was a mistake of a pitch. It's going to left field. Will it clear the Green Monster? Yes, it will. It's been a long time since we had a Paulo Duca home run. He's looking for a cycle now. Needs the single and the triple. That's his 5th home run on the season. RBI number 34 as he comes across the plate. 3 RBIs in the game for him, and it's 13-0. They're bringing in another pitcher. Here's Wirtz. If I recall correctly, I thought he was going to be tired. Grandy is 0 for 2 in the game. A sac fly, fielder's choice, and now 2 lineouts, I believe. That's going to end the top of the 6th, but we get another 2 runs thanks to Paulo Duca. Bottom of the 6th, 2, 3, 4, part of the Boston lineup. Here's J.D. Drew, 0 for 2. Nice little rhyme there. He missed a sweet spot on that one. Ray Durham barely has to move. That's going to be 1 away. Here's David Wright. He pulls that one off the skinny part of the bat. I'm surprised it didn't break. The wind is a factor of 2 directly north. He grounds that to Aurelia. Oh, Aurelia, not now. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay, all right, that's an error. Let's calm down. No need to worry. I think that's the second time Wright has reached base in some fashion. Strike one. Konerko was looking for a big swing. He fouls that one back. Oh, Duca maybe had a chance, but worth risking it. He puts that in play gently. Who's going to get that? Aurelia throws it over to first. It's going to be close. They just got him by a step. That could have been dangerous. I thought I was going to control Lowell, but gave me Aurelia. I thought about going to second, but figured, you know what? Default to first base. It does not get any closer. As close as it gets, and I realized the first base coach didn't have any lines where he's standing. Are we sure that's a first base coach? Polanco pulls that. Will it stay fair? That is somehow fair. That, I think, maybe should have been foul. But with 2 outs, they finally scored a run against us. I guess it did count. Actually, did it? That should have been an error, but whatever. 0-1 to Snyder now. 0-2. Got him swinging on 3 pitches, so they get the 1 run. That's A-okay. Halladay secures the quality start. We're heading into the 7th inning. We're 13 for 15. They're 1 for 7. That error, hey, what can you do, right? And Rich Aurelia leading off the 7th. He's 2 for 4. Strike one. Not quite a 50-50 call. It was weighted towards a strike. And Aurelia pushes that one. J.D. Drew doesn't even have to move an inch. He makes the easy catch there. 1 away. Here's Durham. A single and a double in the game. He is looking for a cycle. Heck of a slider there for strike one. And he read that slider there. He got a decent whack at it. J.D. Drew gets both out so far. 2 away. Here's Berkman, also looking for a cycle. 6 RBIs in the game for him, I believe. He's 3 for, what, 4? He's got to be 3 for 4. This is the 5th trip through the lineup, right? Yes, he is. 2 3-run home runs, a single, and a ground ball. And he read that one well. That's hit hard to left field. That's bounced off the wall. Great Carroll made an excellent running play there. The ball off the wall. But Berkman is a triple away from the cycle now. Here's AR-15, I believe also looking for a cycle. No, he's 1 for 4 with a double. 2 sliders, missed. 2-0. No fastball, caught enough of the zone there, 2-1. Breaking pitch, he smokes that. That's going to the outfield there. Berkman's going to run home. And Rios is now looking for a cycle, has an RBI single. We get the run back. It's 2 touchdowns to 1. Here's Braun. Now, I think we've been a little too eager with Braun because he's 0 for 4. Now, with Rios easily getting to scoring position off that wild pitch. He pulls that slider in center field. Will it fall for a base hit? No, it won't. Caught by, I forget, Murphy. But anyways, that's going to bring us to the 7th inning stretch. And starting off a fresh bottle of Good Luck water. Yeah, I needed it the last game, and I needed it here. But we have gotten a run in, 4 of the 7 innings so far. Haven't been shut out since the 4th. Halladay, just keep doing your thing. He's got to face the heart of the lineup at least one more time. Because it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game at Fenway Park, home of the Boston Red Sox. Murphy is 0 for 2. Strike one on the fastball there. Pulls that one inside. Going to be 0-2. And got him swinging on 3 pitches for the 2nd time in the game. Velez 0 for 2. 7 lucky strikeouts for Doc so far. Strike one on the fastball. That was a beautiful 2-seamer. 0-2 now. Changeup dropped. Point swinging. 1-2 now. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's 8 in the game. How many pitches is he at? He's at 70. Strike one perfectly on that bottom right corner. Swung through the curve there. Here's the 0-2. He pulls that one in. Berkman's there, steps on the bag. That's going to be it for the bottom of the 7th. Red Sox are 1 for 7. We're 14 for 17. Top of the 8th. And Lowell is still looking for a cycle. I mean, we're just playing for fun at this point, right? Lowell smokes that first pitch to center field. Will it have enough on it? No, it won't. But it will stay in the park. He is a triple away from the cycle now. A stand-up double to lead off the 8th. Here's Luke Scott. 3 for 4. 2 singles and a double. Takes an inside changeup, 1-0. Strike one on the bottom left corner. He read that slider well. That's going to left field. Carroll waits at the wall, bounces off of it. He's going to go to third. I mean, the effort was there, but that's going to be a double for Luke Scott. Here's Loduca. Wirtz is tired. Already a 2-run shot in the game, Loduca. 3 RBIs. 1-0. Hits that hard. That's going to the first baseman. He throws it home, and they get the out at home. But Loduca will get over the first base. Here's Grandy now. All right, he's tired. Granderson's 0 for 3. Has the sac fly, but he can get a couple more RBIs here. He's just got to wait for the right pitch. 1 out. Oh, the game maybe slowed down a bit there. That was a really soft one. It's 0-2 now. He hits that fastball up the middle. Where are they going with it? They go home for some reason. And the second fielders of the choice of the day for Grandy, when they had the double play available, gets him his second RBI. 15-1 for Toronto. Here's Guerrier, right-hander. Grillia, 2 for 5 with 2 singles. Takes a high curve for strike one. Sinker miss, 1-1. Fastball caught the zone there, 1-2. Aurelia hits that down the third line. Not even the line, hit it over to right field. J.D. Drew made the running catch, 2 away. Here's Durham. Takes strike one on a curve, 0-1. That slider 50-50 call. Didn't go our way, 0-2. High inside fastball missed, 1-2. It's that fastball there. Oh, I gotta read that in a second. Anyways, 1-2. He pulls that over. That's going to Polanco to first. That's the third out. Still, we've yet to be shut out since the 4th inning. We're 15 for 19. They're 1 for 7. They're down to 6 outs. It's the 1-2-3 part of the lineup. The 4th trip through it. Jamie Carroll strike one on the fastball. It's the 2-seamer. Past the foul line there. 0-2. He pulls that in. Mike Lowell goes back a bit. 1 away. Here's J.D. Drew, 0 for 3, but he's put the bat on the ball every time. Strike one on the fastball there. And he hit that pretty well. That's going to center field, but Grandy is there. 2 away. Maybe without the wind, that might fall for a base hit. Who knows? David Wright, 1 for 3. Got on base with an error his last time up. He pulls that. That's going to be going foul. The second row out there. Here's 0-2. Got him looking. That phased him. Halladay's 3 outs away from the complete game. That's going to bring up our hitting for likely the last time. It's the heart of our lineup, Lance Berkman leading off. He is a triple away from the cycle. Let's see if he can get something here. It's the first pitch he sees. That's going to center field. That will not fall for a base hit. 1 away. Here's AR-15. 2 for 5 in the game so far. Single and a double. Strike one on the curve. Sinker by his feet, missed, 1-1. Curve in the dirt, 2-1. He puts that in play. That's going to second, over to first. 2 away. Here's Braun now. Braun hits the first pitch he sees. He crushed that one to center. Will it have enough steam? Caught at the wall by Murphy. So Braun goes hitless in the game. We went 3 up and 3 down in the top of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th, it's the 4, 5, 6 part of the lineup. Doc is at 9 strikeouts. Here's Paul Konerko. That was a generous call for the strike there. This is likely the most dangerous hitter he's going to face past this point. It's going foul. Hit it off the skinny part of the bat. Berkman makes a running catch there. 1 away. Here's Polanco, 3 for 3. And he has the only RBI in the game so far. Strike 1. For Boston, that is, of course. That one's fouled back. Low Duca. He had a chance at that, but nothing of it there. Nothing in 2. Polanco puts that in play. He is 4 for 4. He's had a better game than a lot of guys on our team. Runner on first, 1 away. Here's Snyder, strike 1. Didn't bite on that fastball, 1-1. Just a change up, nothing in 2. 2-2. Got him looking. That was a generous call. We'll take it. Here's Murphy, 0 for 3. 2 swinging strikeouts, strike 1. So that's 10 strikeouts on the game for Halladay. Will this pitch decide it? Nothing in 2 to Murphy. Got him swinging. 11 strikeout complete game for Roy Halladay. That's what we're talking about. That's what, 3 consecutive complete games for our pitching staff? Your final score, Toronto Blue Jays 15, Boston Red Sox 1. That is incredible. Top of the second, and I mean, we had this game won in the second inning again. That was the first run of the game, so I think, yeah, hitter of the game is going to be Berkman. Then Halladay, complete game, 11 strikeouts, only 1 run allowed, and that was a pretty iffy hit. That could have gone foul. I think that, honestly, to me, that looked like a foul ball. But regardless, when you pitch a complete game, you only allow the 1 run. Odds are you're going to win a lot of the time because major league teams should usually be able to muster up at least 2 runs. Player of the game is Halladay. Can't argue with that. They were 1 for 8. Once again, we're seeing teams, they get a lot of hits, but they can't get the guys across. We're 15 for 19. The 1 error from Rich Aurelia. Hey, whatever, right? Now heading to the post game, we'll take a look at the stats. So Berkman had, what, at least 6 RBIs, maybe 1 or 2 more. Halladay 9-0 on the season now. Excuse me, Loasia 1-2 on the season. Home runs, Berkman 54 and 55. Only 4 home runs we had. Lowell had his 29th, Low Duca had his 5th. Let's see, everyone had a hit except, oh, Braun and Grandy didn't have a hit, but Grandy had 2 sac flies, at least. He had a sac fly and like a sacrificed hit. That's why he has 2 RBIs. But Berkman, 6 RBIs. Let's see. Rios and Lowell matched the Red Sox. Grandy and Aurelia doubled them. Loduca tripled them. Berkman, whatever term you use for 6 times. Now we have 260 home runs even on the season. Halladay, 95 pitches, 11 strikeouts, ERA 2.23. Only the 1 run allowed in, like, I mean, you take that, right? Got another complete game. That's what I'm happier about. Moving it along here. So, we, even though we didn't score 19 runs, we scored 15. And we've outscored them so far, about 34-1 over 2 games. That's what we're talking about. Looking around the league, Rangers got to double digits. Oh yeah, Oakland, I bet they're tired after playing us. Marlins were shut out. Mets win. Diamondbacks got to double digits, and oh yeah, looks like some good games of baseball over there in Wrigley. I'm sure Citizens Bank, that must have been entertaining. regardless, that's going to be it for this video here. We've received a trade request from the Cubs. Let's see what they say. Great Harris, we don't use him for Coles. Now, all due respect to Coles, I don't see why we need him. But regardless, that's going to be it for this video. Let's get back on track with my thoughts here. We have one more game against the Red Sox. Looks like a nice evening game at a reasonable time, 6:40. We have a day off to fly back to Toronto. And those teams yet again. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we're going to see Oswalt, Dr. Oz, take on Boston. I'll see you there for that.